So, how do we feel about anime tourism? Although it's a hot button topic right now, before we actually dive into it, I want to lay a couple ground things real quick. First off, when it comes to the grand scheme of the anime community, I am still fairly new technically. I joined the community in 2016. I'm not going to have the same opinions as like TheAnimeMan or Gigguk or Akidearest. I'm just gonna have opinions based on my experience with the community and what I've been witnessing. So to define it really quick, anime tourism, in my opinion at least, people who joined the community in around 2020 during the pandemic when they binged a bunch of the mainstream shows and started trying to get involved. But the downside of that is they weren't just new anime fans. What they were people who only watched mainstream and proceeded to make fun of every genre that wasn't what they watched. Yeah, these are the same people who made fun of anime in like high school and middle school, made fun of the kids who watched it, and are now trying to get involved because it's popular. It's not great. Which you can watch the mainstream shows. I acknowledge that shows like Death Note, Attack on Titan, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, One Piece are really good gateways. They're very, very easy access. I understand that. However, if you enjoy those shows, you don't get to make fun of every other show. For instance, I didn't get involved in the anime through mainstream means. I was a huge RPG Maker horror game fan, and I wanted to see a lot of the games I love translated into the animated medium. So I watched Cursed by Tortured Souls and Angels of Death, things like that. I got really involved in the horror scene. I watched Higurashi, Another, Shiki. I got really involved in that scene. And what sucks is that, yeah, some of those names are a bit more well-known. I'm sure people have probably heard of Higurashi before, but if I go to someone who's an anime tourist, and I mention how good Shiki is, and how much I love Shiki, they're not gonna watch it, because the art style is old and it's boring. And it just sucks seeing this happen to the community. Like, you can be a fan of mainstream, I'm not gonna deny that. Just because I'm not. I do watch Attack on Titan, Death Note and stuff, but I'm never gonna pick up One Piece, because it's way too long. But you can still like One Piece. You can be an anime fan who enjoys the shows, but it doesn't give you the right to judge other people for enjoying different genres of the shows. Basically, in my opinion, shonen fans and every other fan shouldn't be fighting each other. And people who are in the anime community probably know what video I'm hinting towards with this, but like, we can just get along, right? Like, either you're in the community or you're out of the community. If you're in the community, give us some respect. And I guess if you take anything from this short at all though, if you're a newer anime fan and you like horror, Shiki's a good one. Ooh, Death Parade's a good one. Wait, okay. Shiki's a little hard to get into because it is a little bit older. Death Parade's amazing. Should I talk about anime more? I've only watched about 100 things according to like my anime list. I don't really know if I have enough opinions to actually talk about this or not.